These scones brought back so many childhood memories because I used to have this with ice cream back in the primary in JHS, and it was so good. So today I decided to make this recipe and share it with you guys. It's so easy, okay? So just stay tuned and let's find out. So I have in this bowl some all-purpose flour, and honestly, if you can, put your flour in the fridge before you start this recipe, okay? Because cold does it for all the ingredients. So I'm going to start by adding some chilled or cold margarine to the flour. So I'm using a serrated knife to cut up the margarine so it's easy for me to mix it up with the flour because as you can tell it's pretty hard. So of course just with my fingers and the block that you can see of the margarine, it was not going to be easy. So I just used the knife to help me cut it into little pieces to help me mix it up with the flour nicely. If you're new here, hi, my name is Yasmi and you're welcome to my kitchen taste and bloom. Please subscribe and stick and stay, okay? I promise you are going to have a good time here. So now my margarine is in. I'm going to use the tips of my fingers to mash it all up into the flour. Try as much as possible not to use your palm so that it doesn't introduce any or too much warmth into the mixture, okay? I also added a pinch of salt and then I'm going in with some baking powder. My next ingredient is some sugar. So I'm going to be leaving the measurements for the ingredients in the description box. So if you watch the video, of course, check out the ingredients with the measurements down below. So of course you can use any mixing tool of your choice, but it's easier to use your fingers, okay? So of course, before the gloves people come for me, make sure your hands are clean, okay? So we're going to be introducing our wet ingredients and I'm going to be using an egg. This was in the fridge as well. So like I said earlier, please try as much as possible to use cold ingredients. In fact, let me backtrack, okay? Chill all your ingredients before you start making this recipe if you want the flakiness at the end. Next, I'll be going in with some cold milk. If you do not like milk or you are allergic to it or your stomach doesn't tolerate it, just add cold water. But I personally wanted this to be slightly richer, so I went in with evaporated milk. If you've watched the video till this end, I'm super grateful for you. Please give me a thumbs up on the video and let's keep watching, okay? I also want to take this opportunity to thank my amazing returning subscribers. You guys are the reason why I keep posting, so please keep supporting me. Thank you so much. So whatever liquid you're using, please add it in bits till your dough forms completely like you see in the video, okay? And don't make it too sticky or too soft because you don't want that. Also, you lose the flakiness of your scones. If you realize after forming your dough is warm or something like that, just pop it in the fridge for about 30 minutes and then bring it out and then roll it out on your floured working surface. So you can see I'm using a chopping board. So with scones, you don't want the dough to be too thin, okay? So gently press with your rolling pin or whatever thing you're using to roll it out. You can even use your palms, okay? And then cut them out. In a bit, I'll show you the thickness of the scones I'll be using. People like it thicker, but with the memories I have, the reason why I made this recipe, it wasn't too thick, okay? So essentially, you don't make it as flat as cookies or biscuits, just slightly thicker, okay? So you see, when I was making this recipe, I was trying to find my cookie cutter, the round one, but I couldn't find it for some reason. Sometimes I place the thing there myself and then my brain gives up on me. But anyway, so I used this wine glass to just cut out the scones like I wanted it. Like I said, not too thin and not too thick as well. That's how I like mine. Okay, you can do this slightly thicker, or if you prefer, you can make it thinner, just that you would lose the flakiness because it will become too crunchy. I don't know how to explain that any further, but we don't want the biscuit like texture as well. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. So, once everything is cut out beautifully, at this point, my oven is preheating at 170 degrees Celsius. For scones or biscuits or cookies, you don't want your oven to be too hot. Because the truth is, once it's browned outside, or you have this golden brown crust, the cookies or the biscuits or the scones in this case are done. So you don't want this to cook too quickly, but you also don't want this to cook slowly. So 170 degrees Celsius is just perfect. And if you want that perfect golden brown finish, please remember to egg wash your scones. You can also use milk, but of course, we used egg for this recipe. So if there's small left in that egg bowl, just use it to brush the top of your scones before putting them into the oven. Let me know in the comment section if you've tried this recipe before. Not like you made it, but you've eaten some before. Because I know in Ghana sometimes the ice cream sellers have this with their farm milk and all those yogurt stuff. Okay, so let me know in the comment section. So my scones are out after 12 minutes, and I'm going to allow it to cool completely, and then I'll show you the beautiful outcome. You can of course enjoy this with some beverage if you like, but I enjoy this with fun ice, even though I am not a big vanilla ice cream girl. Okay, also share this recipe on your way out, of course after leaving your comments. Okay, and I'm going to be showing you how the outcome looked like. So flaky, just like I remember it back in the day, and it was so good. I hope you are inspired to try this recipe, and until we meet again, as always, keep blooming.